Hello everyone, Warangel here, and welcome back to the Radical, our Let's Play series for Rimworld. Now, in the first episode, we managed to get some basic shelter up for our colonists. In fact, while we'll start this, you can see we've got the main base here next to a geyser for heat, we've got our storage unit for food, as well as the nutrient paste dispenser, bedrooms, and the like. Now, the next big step for the plan for this campaign is to actually build our mountain base, which, as you can see here, I've already planned out. Now, to give you a bit of a quick guided tour, these rooms here are all going to be bedrooms for both our colonists as well as guests when they eventually come to visit the area. We've got one or two that's going to be used for like bathrooms, so we can actually have toilets as well as showers and that available for the colonists and that. We've got one or two odd rooms, like we've got the armory here that's going to be used with the gear up and go mod, so we can actually have our colonists get into their armor and that when we eventually build it, before facing enemies at the front door. We've also got a room for our batteries. Then we've got down here, and then we've got Miri's laboratory, where we're going to be able to expand into the mountain as needed, and she can experiment with genetic modification and radiology and so on. Up here is going to be our indoor farm, which can be expanded out to the side or even further back, where we're going to be able to grow our crops under the mountains using sun lamps and topsoil. Over here then we're going to have our rec room and dining room with the kitchen next to it, and behind it then is going to be our cold room for all our food. Then these two rooms are going to be one's going to be a stock room with all our equipment in and stuff like that. The other's going to be a work room where we can actually manufacture stuff like clothes and things, which we're going to be needing. And we also do need one or two other rooms. We need at least a hospital of sorts, as well as somewhere for prisoners to be held captive, and thanks to the slavery mod I've got, perhaps even used to do extra work like crafting and farming and so on. We'll have to wait and see. I've never used the simple slavery mod before, so I'm curious to see how it actually works. But that's our mountain base. But we've got a couple of things we need to do first as a major priority, one of which is food. Now, I mentioned at the end of the last episode that I was actually going to try and build some sort of enclosed space out here, where we can use a sun lamp and a heater to actually grow some crops. But we have a problem, in that we are actually on a ice sheet map, which means, with this sort of background and geology of the place, that we're technically on a massive block of ice, kilometers or even miles deep, depending on your unit of measurement. Now, as you can imagine, then, you can't grow stuff on ice. And if we actually pop on here and go into our growing zones, the highlighted area is the area we can actually grow stuff. So even if we blocked off this entire section here, there isn't really much we can grow. So we need to sort out some alternative methods. Now, one thing we can try and do is see about hunting more animals on the map, but there's only so many of them around. In fact, what the hell is a radiac? Oh Christ, okay, first of all that. Second, what the hell is this? Jesus Christ, let's have a look. The radiac is a peaceful herbivore bred to thrive in high radiation environments. Okay, 6 bionic stomachs, Bolatis, extracted radiation. Ooh, this is interesting. Radioactive materials are then deposited in crystal-like formations that pierce the hard skin of the creature, which must be the green stuff. It then can be harvested periodically. Oh, you know what I mean. And refined into uranium in a standard chem-fuel refinery. Wow. That means we can actually harvest the green stuff off it, and use a chem refinery, actually turn it into uranium, which is actually surprisingly useful. I found out one of the power generation mods I've using for this, which I never actually got to the point of using it that far, has actually got nuclear power, which requires uranium. So if we had one or two of these, we have an infinite source of uranium that could come in handy. I mean, I know we got some on the map somewhere. Whereabouts is it? It's near the base. Here. But that could be potentially useful too. But for the moment, we're just going to kill it, because we need the meat. So whilst that to be hunted, whilst this muffalo here to be hunted too, is there any other animals that could be hunted down? Doesn't look like it. I mean, the boulder mites, which are these big crab-like things, they don't provide that much food. They tend to be useful, though, to provide chunks. And you can even, if you had them as pets, harvest stone chunks from them. There's also a Arctic lion here, which that could be actually a very useful thing to hunt. In fact, let me grab you two a moment. I'm going to have these two hunt these two, just because that's going to be useful, because the furs are very useful for cold temperatures like this. And, well, I just want to kill that, because how much meat does it have? 225. That's actually a fair bit of meat. Between that one and this one, our immediate food situation should be relatively secure, especially if we hunt down that other buffalo, which, before it disappears off the map, and kill this one. Now, the other thing we need to do while these two are making their way down is I need to start... Let's actually have you stop there for the moment, because we've got some other things we need you to do. First of all, I need you to actually start mining. Now, I need to get to at least here, and so to do it a little bit more quicker, we need to first of all go to work. Let's boost that up for both of you guys. So Nina and Tyler are going to start mining pretty quickly. Once there's nothing else to do, that can get... We don't need to worry about that just yet. So we don't have to worry about that. What we do need, though, is a heater in here. So let's go for what was it? Temperature. We need a temperature and we need a heater just to keep the place warm for our colonists. And we're also going to have that dismantled. The reason being is that we need to build another piece of equipment here instead, a thing called a rock mill, which comes up to here, which we're going to need because it's going to come up to the next part when it comes to sorting out the indoor farm. In fact, how are you two doing, first of all? Okay, you're nearly down here. Right, that's great. While we're waiting for Nina... in fact, we'll do this first and then we'll sort out the problem. So while you guys are here, we'll pull you a little bit closer. Okay. One thing, I don't know if I mentioned about this in the last episode, but I am going to talk about it in a sec. That there is a potentially very overpowered method of hunting animals, thanks to one of the mods I had installed and didn't really realize. So in fact, let's leave you for the moment. Maybe finish off the line for me. There you go. And let's come over here now and hunt this thing. Oh yeah, we might as well show you now. Nina, as you see here, has got a CQC takedown, which is from Metal Gear Solid and allows you to basically knock enemies unconscious like that. And the thing is, it doesn't really matter about their size. All you need to do is just tell her to use it. She'll get next to them. And there you go. It's now unconscious, where we can just finish it off. And not only that, it's actually can be used again and again and again. So in theory, we can actually use it to do like loads of... In fact, you all there. Why are you coming down here? Oh, wow, you're butchering. Okay. Let's change that quickly. I don't want him going all the way to the other side of the map, you see, just to go and butcher, but I'll let him do it this time just because he's already on his way. But yeah, we're not going to be doing that so much because you can do that against anything, and you can use it again and again and again extremely quickly, so all of a sudden you can knock down an entire raid as long as you're able to get her up close and personal with them. So maybe a bit overpowered, we'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, back to what I was going to talk about. Okay, that hasn't been done yet. Okay, Nina, when you're done, ask this to be deconstructed. Because here's the thing. Because there's no soil on the map, because of it being an ice level, we are not going to be able to actually grow anything straight away under the mountain, because when you mine, what actually ends up happening is we just have a stony floor. So we can't use that to grow stuff. In fact, let's start sorting out this quickly. Let's have that. I'm going to use 2 of them at a time, because then it'll be done a little bit more faster. Something like that. There we go. So what we're going to need instead, we need to actually make soil. Now we can do that using the rock mill, where we're going to have to try and sort out a few things. So in order to make topsoil, we need 2 bits of dirt for every square, if I remember my math right, which means we're going to have to look to see how much is it going to cost to make double the amount of farm space that we're going to have. So say for example this block here, if I mine this, ask this to be mined, is 22 squares long, because we've got some stuff in the middle. So that's potentially, well, 22 times 5 to 110 squares in this bit here. So we're going to have to find out how to make it, and if it is 2 bits of dirt per square, how much is it going to cost to make 220? That's going to be fun. Not only that, oh yeah, that's the thing. We also need to change some of the research around if we're going to do this. So for example, we don't need batteries and these anymore, so let's get rid of those. We need farming, we'll get that done straight away. We could go for hydroponics, that will give me access to grow food quickly, which could be useful in this sort of situation, but we should hopefully make do with enough food. Yeah, actually, let's do that first. So, cancel this. No, hydro, how do you spell hydro? DRO. There we go, hydroponics. So we're going to get that first. Then we're going to ask for farming. I'm not too concerned about batteries in that right now, just because we already got 2 batteries available to us. So really, it's not too needed, so to speak. We might as well do it though, just because we have started doing some research in it. So let's just have that finish off now once we've done the farming bit, because food is the most important thing right now. And then if we head back up to here, we'll do agriculture and the owning plants. There we go. Whoa, that's zoomed in extremely close. Alright, let's expand this out too. Might as well take advantage of the extra room we got here. Now it's -5 in there, that's good. It is going to be warmish in here, but as long as the door is closed, we should be okay. Right. It took a long time to get that. I'll tell you what, let's speed it up a little bit. Let's go ×2. And we've got 10 days of food. Well, we'll have more once we actually carve this up, so that's something. Tyler, oh, you've still gone ahead and butchered those. Gotcha. Oh wow, your bed's actually done, Nina. Okay, let's swap that over to that. We'll keep the stockpile here for the moment. We'll just have it as a medical bed, just in case. Tyler doesn't need a bed, so despite what it says there, I'm not too fussed about it. Okay, so we've got food. We've got a few days worth of food as well. That's quite important. But like I was saying, we need to make sure we get the topsoil sorted. So I'm going to go with the assumption it's 2 dirt per square. So let's order this to be done. Now, of course, the other thing is our main crafter at the moment is Miri. I believe this uses crafting. It's been a while since I used the walk mill, so you have to bear with me. Usually, I'm used to just using terraforming here to get some dirt from one part of the map and carry it over. But if we can't do that, because I think stony soil, yeah, the stony soil that we've got here, isn't it? Rough slate, we can't grow anything with that. Stony soil is this one. If I want to get soil from dirty stony soil, we need to actually get dirt, clay, and crushed rocks anyway. So, yeah, pile of dirt. So we might as well make the dirt anyway, if we're just going to pick it up again and plant it somewhere else. So yeah, we'll do that. In fact, something else I need to remember to do. I need a dump and stockpile here just for some of the things we're going to be getting. So for example, we need chunks to come here. If we go to war resources, stone blocks can come here. And I believe steel can come here too. I think things like crushed rocks, the sand and that don't actually decompose or deteriorate outside, so we'll let that come outside for the moment. Dirt, sand, crushed stone, yeah, that's fine. And then in here, then we'll just turn all those off. So any of these things are going to be carried out outside instead. So that. Plasteel can go. Oh, we might as well. Sky steel. Oh yeah, that's from one of the other mods. And stone chunks. We don't need stone chunks. That can stay outside too. There we go. We might as well get sky steel sorted out just in case it comes up. There we go. Right. Okay, Tyler, what are you doing? Okay, you're grabbing those resources. Now that's the thing about actually, down here, there it is. These do need to be hauled in, especially the silver and the components, so we'll ask that to be hauled in as a priority. I'll let these guys sort out the... What are you... Oh yeah, you're still hunting the... Oh, that muffler's still here. Oh, good job. Right, okay, you finish off the muffler, and you can take it up, and that should sort out our food situation. Right. Tyler, have you finished doing that yet? Still haven't finished... Oh. I'm getting annoyed for no reason. I'm just sort of... you know, I want him to get started with this, and he's not... And I want them to start mining, but they're busy doing other stuff. I could sort out their priorities, but it's, to be fair, I need this stuff. It's just simply... You know, them not kind of listen to me when I tell them to do things. Okay, you're carrying... Okay, that's fine. To be honest, I don't need this gold right now. That can stay here. For the moment, anyway. The components are really the big thing. So, I'm just going to get there first. Still got wood here. We don't need the wood. Okay. Well, we've got a fair bit of silver at least. When we eventually have someone actually come here, we can buy stuff. That'll be useful. Okay, can you build this yet? Oh, God's sake, you still haven't finished it yet. Tyler! Oh, God, wait. Okay, group of pirates from the Night Raiders have arrived nearby. They are attacking immediately. Okay, so every so often we're going to have raids. I don't know if we actually... No, we didn't have one in the last one, did we? What the hell? Caroline, a scout, has been dead for us... When? What the... When? That happened? Okay, so we had someone die already? Is there anyone else on here? Is it just that? Huh. Okay. But anyway, every so often we're going to have raids from other factions. They could be mechanoids, they could be other humans and whatever other factions. They could be walking in off the map, they could try and blow us away with mortars depending on how much wealth we have. But for the moment we've got Lana Ellen Kadyrov, who's a female scaleman. Now that's quite interesting because scalemen aren't actually that good for the cold. As you can imagine, they're snake people. So yeah, -4 degrees, and it's actually -17. If she was willing to stick around outside, she could actually freeze to death before she even came near us. But that's obviously not going to happen, so since she's coming in to attack us directly, Nina, you're going to stay... We might as well be aggressive and go after her ourselves. What is she armed with? Where did she go? Here. Okay, you just got a knife. And you've got... Power Siramuffalo and a cloth took. If we can knock her down without actually killing her, that could be useful because the took, for example, we can give to Nina because she hasn't got a hat and it will allow us to make her more comfortable in the cold. Miri, you're coming this way. Okay, maybe not ideal. Oh no, Miri's got the gun. Okay, let's swap that over. Let's just get you running this way. You can join Nina then. In fact, run this way and then run up this way, just so you're not going to get shot at by Nina. Okay, there we go. Now, are you any good? Heat's done later. She's not good. You know what? We're just going to get rid of her. I was wanting to see if there was anything useful we can try and have her do. Like, she is really good at construction. Not so much mining, but very good artistic. She has a bit of potential there. But she's not going to be much use if she can't go outside. So, what we're going to do... Nina, you can carry on your way. Miri, you're going to strip her of her clothes, and then we're just going to kill her. Now... Alright. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, and... Let's... Nope, not capture. I want her dead. Nope. Finish off. There we go. Finish her off, please. Come, Ellen. No, Miri, sorry. You're causing issues now. Requires us... Oh, fine. Nina, finish her off, please. And we need to have somewhere now to put the dead bodies. So, mischievous... Mass grave. There we are. One mass grave available. Let's just stick it in there. Tyler, if you can go off and finish that up quickly, please. I'll tell you what, Nina, grab the hat while you're here. There we go. We'll ask that to be hauled in, as well as the knife. Okay, you're building the mass grave. I think that's everything we need to worry about. Still haven't finished this off, bloody hell. Okay, Tyler, finish that off first. You can then decide to work on the mass grave afterwards. Just don't particularly want the bodies lying around, because our colonists will actually suffer debuffs from seeing them. Well, Miri won't, because she's a psychopath, but the other colonists will, and that's just going to be too much of an annoying situation to deal with otherwise. What's that? Slate. Okay. Just thought it might be more uranium. Okay, maybe he's put the knife down. We could actually give Tyler the knife, just so he has some method of protecting himself, even if he's not exactly a combat expert. In fact, yeah, his melee is 2 and his shooting is 0.39. Better not give him a gun in case he ends up killing someone else. Okay. Rock mill's going to be done. We maybe not put it as a straight priority because before we can actually put topsoil down, we need to get the farming research done. And if Miri's our main crafter... Okay, let's have a quick look. Tyler, finish this off. Okay, then work on that. And just so we can get them over and done with, there's the one down here, wasn't it? Nah, you're too far the way, you're fine. We'll have you hoard. There we go. Right. Okay, let's have a quick look now. What do we need? 10 dirt. So let's go with the assumption we need 2 bits per... Hang on, let's work this out. Ugh, it's too thing for math, I tell you. Alright, say we're going to do straight across here. That's 22 times 5, it's 110. If I'm going to go with the assumption that we need 2 soil for 1 square, that's 220 that we need to be able to make. So I'm not going to have the power on for the moment. I want them to focus on other stuff, but we can at least start thinking about it. So we need 220, so we need... What do we need for dirt, actually? 10 dirt, here we are. For 10 dirt, we need 5 clay, 5 power sand, and 5 fertilizer. Oh, Christ, we need fertilizer, really? Bugger. Okay, let's try and do this. So we need 2... No, we don't need 200 times. We just need... so 220. So say 10, we need this 25 times. 22 times. There we go. So in order to get that, we need pile, sand, and clay. Now, what do we need for these? To make clay, we need sand. Okay, so we need double the amount of sand. So let's say this. Hang on, clay. Okay, for clay, we need half the amount of that. So for clay, we need 11. I'm still hoping my math is right now. For sand, we need 22. Because we need 5 sand for this, and then 5 sand on their own. And to make sand, we need crushed rocks. What do we need to make crushed rocks? 10 here. 22, sorry. And we need 10... That needs 5. So we need 110... No, that needs double that then, don't it? Because we need 5... For one of those, we need... Yes, okay. I made a mistake. I can't do math, apparently. Don't tell my day job. Right. No, we don't need 200... Let's double this to 44. And I think for 10 of these, we just need... enough to make 10... We just need 22 of these. Okay. That should hopefully work out. But it's going to take a lot of resources for us to do, so I'm not in a particular rush to do that. Maybe, can you finish... Okay, what's everyone doing now? You're deconstructing. I thought I asked you... have I not told you the guys to mine? I have, you just... Oh, you're deconstructing the wood. Fine, finish it off quickly. Tyler, what about you? You're hauling components. I did definitely tell these guys to mine, didn't I? Yes. It's just surprising why it's taking them so long to actually get around to do it. Ugh, we spent the whole episode actually, and we've just been doing one thing after another, and not actually done what I wanted to do. Oh, hang on. Right, there's another thing we need to worry about then. In order to make dirt, we need fertilizer. Now, to make fertilizer, we normally need plants, but we could potentially do it out of meat. Can't we? Yeah, because we need compost to make fertilizer. To make compost, we just need ingredients for food. Let's have a quick look. Let's suspend it, just so we don't rush ahead and do it. Raw food. Okay, we can use... Huh. I've got a bit of a disturbing idea, but I think it will work. Because obviously I don't really... If we're going to have to rely on food, we can use meat and plants in that. Now, we don't have many plants on the map, so we may have to rely on meats if we're going to try and make compost. Now, a problem with that, of course, is that if we only got a certain amount of food available, we don't really want to use up our food to do it. So what I'm thinking, and this is going to be a disturbing idea, but it's Rimworld, you'll get used to it extremely quickly, is we could actually butcher the bodies of the humans. So like the lizard, the scale woman that we fought, and that other body that's down here, if it's still there, that is. Is it still there or has it been eaten? Might have been eaten. No worries. We'll just use the scale person instead. Yeah, so what we can do is we'll have the... Actually, no, hang on. Nope, it will work. Okay, bear with me. So what I'm thinking is we can use the dead bodies of raiders and stuff like that, people that die in this map, to help towards making compost. That way then we don't have to use up as much of our own food when we eventually start doing the topsoil. Now, the only thing is that in order to even butcher people, it's going to give our colonists debuffs. And I think even though Tyler is a robot, it's still going to give him a debuff if we do this. Like, as you can see, he has debuffs such as being in darkness, for example, and wearing tattered apparel. Why are you wearing... Oh, right, you've put on the tribal gear. Okay. So yeah, asking them to carve up bodies, as you can imagine, asking them to cut them up into meat is probably not the best thing for your colonists to do. But Miri is a psychopath, and it doesn't bother her to do stuff like that. So what we could do, we're going to butcher creature, we'll stick that up there, we'll have it so it's just nearby. I don't really want them to go too far out, but let me just zoom out a moment. If we do this, is it within range of the mass grave? It is. Okay. The mass grave is outside, so it's going to keep the bodies cold. And what we can do, we can ask this to be done forever. We'll clear all human-like corpses. We won't allow any colony ones to happen, but we can... Any strangers we're more than happy to cut up. There we go. And what we'll have then is ask Miri to do it and drop it on the floor. And then just to ensure she doesn't get too distracted, we'll have the main one we're going to be using can have Tyler cook it. Something that can actually help as well, thinking about it, if we pop on here and we actually ask insect corpses to be done, and we'll make sure this is on clean mode. What will happen then is that obviously if you think cutting up humans are going to be bad, putting them in your food and eating them is going to be even worse. Boulder mites, self-tamed. We don't want you. You're going to die. We're just going to cut him up. They don't provide much meat. That's the problem. They only provide 40 meat despite their size. But they do give you bit of stone chunks, which will come in handy, I think. Not that we really have to worry. Oh, right, they're actually getting started. Good job, guys. But anyway. So even though we're not going to have them eat insect meat or human meat, they can actually be put into this, but it will cause them debuffs for eating it. Even though it's all discussed in nutrient paste at the end. So what we could do is just simply have it so they don't have eat this because of clean mode, and then we can actually ensure if we're going to use compost. In fact, let's focus like this. We'll suspend this as well. Stick that there. And if I ask them to focus, just for this one in particular, we'll have them use any human meat and insect meat. I mean, there's probably other ones like iron husk beetles that could possibly be used. Oni meat. Let's let's allow Oni meat to take place. Scaleman meat, sure. Well, do we have to do this for all the different alien races? Yes, we do, it seems. Logan, rack meats, because that's on here. Who else do we have that could be meat? Arachne meats. Yep, sure. Where the of our... Sorry, I'm trying to find a particular type of meat here. We do have Wolfman in here, don't we? Yeah, Wolfman meats. Where is it? Oregon Colossus, mushrooms, mecha animals. Because we have the Asari from Mass Effect in this game as well. I'm just surprised. I would have thought we would have seen them on here, but apparently they're not. No matter. But anyway, we're going to have it then, so when we eventually do this, we will have it so any of the human meat and insect meat that we have available will be used first, and then we can use any other animals and then for afterwards. So that will work. So it's just need a case really of getting it sorted out once our colonist starts researching. In the meantime, they've actually started to start mining. That's really good to see, but we do need to help them out a little bit. Yeah, see, group of travelers from the Asari. Well, so yeah, Asari Union, female Asari. What do they count as meat-wise then? Meat about 90. Oh, so they just count as humans. Right, gotcha. Okay. Looks like they're just making their way through. They're not really going to bother us. It's probably quite just nearly too cold for them. There's something to remember if we end up getting any in our colony. Anyway, what was I going to do? We need power conduits. We need to run some power conduits down here into there, because we need to provide lights and heat in here, otherwise they're going to get cold and they're not going to work as effectively. In fact, one thing we could do, granite. Let's go make some granite blocks for me quickly. We'll suspend the rest of this so they don't get started, but if we can get, I think it's 4? How many do I need? We got 20 blocks in here, right. Okay, let's turn that on a minute. Because I kind of want to build a door going across here, so we can keep the hot air trapped in here now, because we need another heater. Fine, let's build another heater here. We need a sunlight to be put here as well, just so we can... It's always good to work in the light, as you can imagine. And we need a door. Now, because we've got a 3-block door, we need a 3-block hallway, we need a 3-block door. I can get it from granite, we'll have that just come here. So Tyler's going to have a few things to actually start working on. What I'm going to do as well, let's have you two come off this. I want them to focus mainly on getting this built out. So where is any more steel? Here. Okay, let's grab this, this, and this. Maybe not that straight off the bat. Let's grab this. You can carry it and come down and carry these for us. There we go. That's going to help things out a bit. So what's going to happen now? Tyler is going to start building the power cables. So eventually we can actually have this bit nice and warm, as well as have some lights in here for Nina to carry on digging. Once Mimi's finished off carrying all the metal up there, which is just going to help us out a little bit. But do we need that much metal? Probably come in handy. So yeah, we'll allow that to happen. Okay, Tyler's actually going to help out a little bit as well by carrying more steel. That's great. I'll tell you what. Nina, could you just finish this off quickly for me? Just so we have the resources ready to build a door. I mean, we suppose we could just open this door and let the cold air, the warm air circulate. But the further we go into the mountain, the colder it's going to get. So I'm not too fussed about that. Okay, you'll continue building, taking that. You're taking these from the stockpile. It's maybe not the best for him to carry those things, just because he's got that hydrogonic flame. It reduces his move-in by 25%, but it does allow him to carry more stuff. Although 55 is not really as much as I would have thought. What's better, to carry loads of stuff in one go, or just to be able to move it all in one time? Or get there faster. Not too sure. Let's continue that. Like I said, ideally we want them to get into here so we can actually start sorting out the rock, and we need to get the research done soon. In fact, something else, if we're going to need compost, we need some way to make compost. So I believe we're going to farm in, we can get this thing. The compost pile will convert 30 raw compost into 30 fertilizer. So we can make 6 lots of dirt each time. 6 lots of that, so we'll ask that to be built too. You guys can go off to bed. Tyler, you can pop up to... In fact, we need a zone for the number 2s. As you can imagine, just putting it into a latrine means it's just all the toilet waste is basically just sitting around at the bottom of the box until it needs to be emptied. And when it does need emptied, it needs to come out. So I'm going to ask waste to be done, which includes fecal sludge, which is what comes out from there. In fact, 95% nearly done. Okay. It doesn't use much power. That's actually quite handy. And as long as it stays within 7 and 49 degrees, it will actually work on making compost. We could do the other one, which, if we pop onto farming, we could build this outside. It costs wood and compost, and what happens, it will make take 3.5 days. The compost will then turn into 2 fertilizer, if I remember right. But the thing is, then it will sort of break it down then and get destroyed. So you then have to rebuild another compost bin, whereas this one, now that we just put the resources in, is going to provide much more in the long run. Right, that still needs some power, so that could be a priority for you to do at some point, please. But I'll let you finish off that. In fact, let's grab this, shrink the zone. Okay. I think we've got everything more or less sort of stable now, and I think for these episodes I'm going to carry on for 45 minutes, just so we can have a little bit more fitted in each time. I think it'll be more useful that way. So, the toilets need to be emptied, in fact. Maybe once you finish washing... There's more steel? No. We're fine. We don't need any more steel now, maybe. Cancel that. If we need any more, we can always go down and grab some more later. But what I could ask you to do is actually empty the latrines. I know you're my mad scientist, but you're also a psychopath. It shouldn't bother you too much to go and empty the toilets. There we go. And then if you can take these outside for me, that would be great. Alright, Tyler, you're going to finish off the cables. Good to see. Have you... Yeah, you have finished it. There we go. We've still got enough power coming in from this. It is starting to go down a bit, so potentially we could make do with maybe having another wind turbine outside. But to be fair, it's not going down all that fast. So as long, like even now, as long as we make it, some power comes in, we should be okay. Yeah, I'll leave it for now. I think we'll be okay. Why do you need extra? Oh, you just needed one more for there, really? Okay, how are we doing in here anyway? Brightly lit. Okay, so we've still got quite a bit of light in here. That's good to see. Okay, that can be hauled out. And then, once that's done, maybe you can finish on doing the research we need. And then we can actually find out then how much resources we actually need. I could be wrong with the 2 bits of topsoil, which is it's kind of ingrained in the mind. I'm pretty sure that's how much we need. It's just I've never had to try and rely on a rock mill in order to make it all. So, wow, that's going to be something for me to focus on. It'd be great if we can get another colonist. Especially someone who's good at crafting. That would be quite nice, because I believe this requires crafting for us to do. Yeah, crafting skill. So we'll have to see, maybe if someone survives another ambush or something like that, we can maybe get them to get involved. We'll see. I wonder actually, if I grab production, crafting zone, we'll stick a crafting zone here. So crafting zone is basically a thing which just allows you to make some very basic stuff. But I'm wondering if this could come in use. So ask for a... So if we just grab this, we can make a quick, simple slave collar. So if we do have any prisoners, we could just strap this on them, I guess, and then it could potentially mean that they have become slaves. And if they find someone who's a particularly good crafter, while we're waiting for them to actually get on with mining and that, and converting them over, we could actually take advantage... Oh, you still need to die. Why are you still hanging around? Slaughter the boulder mine. Goodbye. There we go. Put it in there. So we're not going to get a lot of mail from it, food from it, but we've got someone that's going to come. So, food collar. Simple leather collar fastened around the necks of slaves. Okay, good to know. Because what we could do, we could actually use the inside here then as a prison of sorts. We can get food from here, just like our colonists can. And the colonists have their own rooms, so it'll be separate. We could change this into a store, so they can actually use it, and then we'll just put another toilet in here. I don't care if they get spotted and seen doing the poops. I suppose if that push comes to shove, we could always just put a small little chamber somewhere for them to go off and do their business. Just need to do something like move the batteries out of the way or something like that. In fact, that might not be a bad idea. If I ask these to be... Nah, we'll leave it there. We'll be fine. Okay, how's the light looking in here at the moment? Still brightly lit, so we're not getting any debuffs from that, and as you can see, they actually move a bit faster then as a result. You're actually getting extremely happy. Huh. If I'm lucky, Tyler here may get an inspiration, so when they get really, really happy, they get a bonus trait that can affect them for a certain time, or until it is actually used. So it could be, for example, they could get inspired recruitment, so the very next person they try to recruit within 8 days will automatically join their side. Or they can move faster, create things better, and what have you. So if we can get one that basically increases the work speed of him for the next 8 days or something like that, that would mean that he can get this done extremely quickly. And that could be extremely useful. Still brightly lit, 100 degrees, that's good. And it's much warmer in here as well, so they're going to get the bonus from that too. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit more now. Mimi, I think it's time. You should be able to wake up soon. It's not needed time for you to wake up yet. Okay, continue digging for me my minions. Sorry, my pawns. Okay, that's nearly finished with farming. When you're ready, of course, Mimi. Thank you. Oh crap, we did hydroponics first, right. I suppose hydroponics could come in handy, but we got so much food right now. I'm not actually that concerned, in all honesty. Damn, that was a bit of research we just wasted then. No matter, no matter. Right, oops, one. Just ask these to be hauled out. We don't particularly want chunks of rock in our freezer. Okay, I'll let you finish off doing that. You guys are nearly coming to the end now, and you can actually focus on here. Okay, good. I mean, one potential thing we could have done for the research is there is an actual higher tier research after farming called terraforming, which really allows you to go to town with changing the map. So you could do stuff like, for example, we could change the ice from deep water, which is what will happen if we move the ice, terraforming. So removing ice will allow us to get shallow water, but we could then change it in by filling it in to become soil, so we can actually change it around as really in a big way. The only problem is that it does take dirt and stuff anyway, so it's not going to be any use for the situation. Even if we manage to convert the floor to stony soil, we'd still need dirt to make it better. And I think in that time we might as well just continue with the research that we're using. Alright, 750, you're nearly done. Alright, how are we doing with darkness in here anyway? It's dark now, okay. So we need some of that here, and we'll grab one of these sun lamps and stick it here. So Tyler can go off and do that then, and hopefully make things better. Yeah, we've got plenty of metal to do that, that's fine. How much you provided? We're actually now getting a surplus of energy, so this is going to be coming up quite nicely. That could be sent back into the storeroom until we need it. Miri, how is everyone getting on with one another anyway? Tyler116 is Miri's friend. Oh, that's nice. There's acquaintance with Hannah Silver, but Hannah actually really likes her quite a bit. Tyler is actually just a very nice person. He actually thinks the world about Hannah, it seems, and cares very much for Miri, especially when he's heard great things about her. I like that little sort of trait, you know, colonists can actually sort of interact with one another and everything. I think it's just really nice. Alright, okay, you'll continue doing that. We can speed up a little bit now because everyone else has gone off to sleep. This should allow you to finish off doing all the mining. There we go. Just one of those things. We need, you know, it's not really nice to work in the dark, so providing a sun lamp in order to try and help out a little bit is fine, and it's a little bit chilly over here, but we can actually solve that, potentially by just popping this here. We're just reinstalling it, but not building another one. We just might as well take advantage and see if we can put it closer to where they're working, if that will help out anyway. Okay, maybe not. It's 10 degrees. Quite as chilly. It's okay though, we'll sort it out. Right. You guys are now awake, you continue doing this. Right. Maybe we need you to finish off doing that research for me so we can actually focus then on getting topsoil done once these guys have smoothed out the soil. Right, what we could do, how much wood do we have? We've got plenty of wood. So what I need to do is grab a door and stick it here. Just so that when we eventually start growing stuff, we can put a heater in here and it will just keep the entire place nice and warm without really having it drain out to the rest of the place. So Tyler can finish that off. There we go. And I think right now is a good time as any to end today's episode. So far it's not too bad. We've started out hollowing out the mountain. We'll, in the next episode, have our farm already in place then so we can actually have crops growing. And once this is sort of mined out initially, we can start sorting out the bedrooms and what have you for our colonists to start making their way to move in. We still need room, of course, for like the nutrient paste dispenser and that, but we can build this out as well once this is done. So we've got a few things still to sort out, but we've at least made the start on our mountain base. So I hope you join me next time as we continue to do our story with Miri, Nina and Tina. And I look forward to, maybe in a few episodes once we actually got the mountain base sorted, to start working on those GeneticRim research modules and check out some of the other stuff. But that's all going to be happening in the future. So for now, thank you very much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you join me next time. But until then, guys and girls, take care and goodbye for now.